Are we
We've been
allowed
asking you guys a lot of questions.
milk?
And
Yeah.
you guys haven't been responding.
The only
So
comments we get
please-
are really hateful comments, actually.
Yeah. Pretty hurtful ones sometimes.
make me really second guess
what
we're
we're
doing
doing
here.
here, man.
It's a lot.
If anybody listened to him about Zach Moss, I just want you to know on the record.
I just wanted him to realize that was
on
a
the
true
record,
concern
it's
that
not
could
a
have
concern.
impacted
it was
his
never
bet.
A concern. And to the 13 viewers that watch this, I know you watch the whole thing. You get the dynamics here. You need to know on those reels, he's editing it to make me look like a monster.
And the reason I'm editing it is because this dude don't help.
That
So,
sounds like some nerdy shit.
He has
I'm
the
here
ability to give
I'm
input, but he
here
doesn't.
for
So I
the,
make him
the
look
money
bad.
making aspect. I'm trying to make you money. I'm rich enough. I'm trying to make you money. I'm trying to make you lose while I make money and my followers make money.
Remember, like the first few podcasts, we said, let's not talk about how we want to make this YouTube channel to make money.
Oh, well, not like the following, like the betting, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking
I'm
about?
talking about the bet.
That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Okay.
Because
Okay.
I turned my 1950, I was up a little bit, to $38.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always go back
It,
and forth.
back and forth.
Ain't
Oh.
back to back. It's back and forth.
It's back and forth.
I
And,
don't know if any of us have had like a good streak of just profit.
I think the first half of the season is all about really getting a feel for these teams. Like, Dolphins have a solid hold on their division. Chiefs kind of doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yet the next team closest to the Chiefs in that division is the Raiders.
And what are the Raiders?
They're
What's their
even. They're
record?
5-5.
Really?
Yeah, with the win last week. But
Even
or
with
Sunday.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Chargers
bad
are
too
back
with the
and
Chargers,
the Broncos.
yeah.
Chargers and Broncos are tied, which is weird. It's weird to think about. Like, they both seem like very different teams.
Yeah, it's just
But they're
there's just
tied.
something up with the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers can put up points, they can compete with anybody, but they just can't win games. They can't finish.
clutch it.
Yeah,
So,
and I was happy they lost to the Lions.
obviously.
I was really happy that
We
they
didn't
couldn't
even,
pull that one
That's
off.
what we should have started with here, okay? Where were you when you were watching that game?
I was home
You were home?
and I watched it with my parents. Watched it with my
on
folks.
the couch? Comfortable?
Comfortable, enjoying the game. I worked that morning, got home like 30 minutes before the game.
I was
So it was
on
nice.
the worst bar stool I've ever sat on. I just remember the whole time, like, because I'm leaning
Barstool
in.
Network.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
Oh, I'm leaning in to watch the game. I'm leaning back because I'm scared. It's like one of
Yeah.
those games.
Seemed like whoever had the ball last was gonna win.
It did.
That
And
no defense was stopping each
it
other.
felt like the refs wanted that. And I had a lot of money on it, so it was one of those games. And I just remember at the exact spot I was, because I didn't have a great angle at the TV. I was at one of our local restaurants. I'm sitting in this very uncomfortable stool, hurting my butt. And first half, I was like this. I was like, yeah.
I know we winning. We
Yeah.
winning pretty big. Nothing's gonna happen.
Third quarter, I was like, come on, ref. I'm sitting up straight. I'm just like,
yeah.
what's going on? Don't call
A
that.
ton of pass interference calls. And
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then the
number
fourth
one, whoever
quarter,
that dude
I'm
is.
leaning in this game, and I'm nervous.
Mhm.
I'm like, this is not where I thought
No.
we'd be.
It's not where my heart rate needs to be
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
And
And,
then
it was the last possession, huh?
Yeah.
It
last
really came
possession,
down to the last
Dan
possession.
Campbell. We could kick a field goal, take the lead, and trust our defense. And he's like, nah. My balls are too big for that.
Yurt
We're going for it.
Yeah.
4th and 2.
all day.
Run out the clock, kick a game-winning field goal. And they did it, and they pulled it off, which
And
is insane.
It felt real good. It was like a sigh of relief, and the whole time, like, I hear my brother in the back of my head because he always says that was cool when we were a bad team going for it on 4th.
Yeah.
Now that we're a good team, we shouldn't be doing that as much. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. You can't change your identity.
That's
Dan
true.
Campbell is like, I'm like a headsy coach. I'm a risky coach. I'm going to follow those analytics.
He's a
on
player's
4th.
coach. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you can't be doing that stuff when, your defense has been playing well, or you have to be able to read what the game is.
You
doing.
gotta-
And
yeah,
on that
yeah.
game, their defense wasn't stopping them.
I just think, like, I always think if they don't convert, Campbell's getting a bunch of crap.
Yeah,
he's
is,
getting, like,
100%.
he's splattered on every screen That's a dumb coach.
Yeah, and
his
they're
whole
like,
shot.
is this the Lions
Yeah.
era already ending?
Yeah.
They are going to make the playoffs.
all these
with
headlines
Dan
come
Campbell
through,
making
so-
all these risky play calls.
I'd like to see him be more conservative, but I'm standing up and I'm screaming
Yeah.
if I'm in
Dude,
those
I
crowds.
trust in Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
I might
100%.
not have been gutsy enough to make that call. I
Yeah.
might have wished that they just took the 3 points, but
Exactly.
I'm going to trust Dan Campbell's decision, win or lose,
100%.
unless we miss
We're
the
behind you,
playoffs, then I'm
coach. We
pissed.
are behind you, coach.
The thing, though, he has to continue this into the playoffs. Like, I feel like he can't go
The
soft in the
gutsy.
playoffs,
Yeah,
you know?
Okay.
Like, he still has to be the same
That's
aggressive.
dude. I respect that more because that's more like do or die moments.
Yeah.
You know, these are like we could squeeze by.
Yeah, it's regular season, so, like, a loss
And
here or there is, like, big deal.
yeah. What do we got?
But-
The Vikings story about? If you look at our waiver, like right now, Sam Laporta's at the top, deservedly so. I think he's like a 4 or 5 ranked tight end. We got C.J. Stroud up here, Devon A-Chain, Nico Collins. We just never got to play Gus
Yeah.
Edwards. Like, these are all league winners.
And we just haven't been able to
for
pick
every other
up.
league, yeah, and we just kind of watch them. Tank Dell. At a certain point, we should do like a parlay with all these guys because like even Sam Howell,
Yeah.
I'll give him a shout out.
I
He's
mean, we
doing
were
really
kind of
well.
discussing different things like that about doing a bet on waiver wire pickups, but we said we needed to get to $100 before the extra credit bet.
Yeah.
And,
I'm getting close. I'm at 38.
yeah, but now it's your turn to backslide.
Nope. I'm going
So,
with
I
a
mean,
different
I don't know if
strategy.
we're actually
I'm
gonna
going
make
with a
it to
different
$100.
strategy. I'm just working my way up to a hundo, and I'll be able to do that in 3 weeks.
Okay, that's the goal. 3 weeks. I don't think you're gonna be that safe.
That has to be
I
the
don't think you're
goal
gonna be that
because,
safe.
well, yeah, I'm gonna get to 100 quicker. 2 weeks. You're right. Let's go a little risky. No,
Do you
I'm just
think Derrick Henry's gonna get another touchdown this week?
kidding. Nah,
$10.
I actually do. I do think I would bet on that.
$10.
Bet on that $10. But yeah, some crazy names. Trey McBride is somebody I've been picking up in a lot of the other leagues.
Mhm.
A lot of defenses that we just can't touch. So Josh Dobbs is probably the QB, or CJ Stroud is who you would
I would
start.
pick up.
Yeah, but you
Well,
gotta-
I mean, so in that one team where I don't have the quarterback, it was Anthony Richardson, who was actually playing pretty well, and then
3
Daniel
weeks.
Jones, who has not been playing well.
that's yeah.
So, I mean,
that's
it's
rough.
almost just
it's like
whatever.
yeah. But these are teams we don't really think about at this point of the season because they have under double-digit % chance of making the playoffs.
Yes.
So there's really only 5 teams that we're looking at. Not much has changed in our standings since week 1, right?
Yeah.
Like week
It's
1,
been the same.
it's been Yates out the gates at number 1. I don't think you've ever been dethroned,
Nope.
or Field Yates has ever been dethroned.
I've gotten one loss.
Field Yates nailed the draft with this team.
Oh, it was a dime piece. It was
Um,
perfect. I think at first he was supposed to pick Cooper Kupp with his first overall pick,
oh yeah,
but he right before we drafted,
Yeah.
Field Yates decided to change his
on IR.
yeah,
know,
it
starting
changed his
to-
rankings, so
yeah.
that helped me a lot. I think my first pick was Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
I do feel like Mike Clay had good picks, but they were spread apart between 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Whereas Field Yates had good picks for one entire team, and then the rest of the teams are just
didn't-
not very good.
Yeah. So, of these 5 teams, Mike Clay's got 3. Field Yates has 2, the top and bottom, and then Mike Clay's in the middle. So it is a little muddy on deciding who's the best team, but anything could
Mhm.
happen. We're not even 3/4 of the way down with the season. What
Yeah,
are we
I
gonna
know.
do with this podcast? Because like we only have
I think it just might become like a
Realistically-
chatting podcast. I don't know.
yes, I don't yeah.
I don't like listening to all those podcasts that are like in January and start talking about fantasy football and like the players that you need to start watching
There's
out
no
for
way
and
we
the
can't
changes.
do that. We won't do that to you because we're not analysts. We don't know. We don't
Yeah,
necessarily care.
we aren't that knowledgeable about that.
And then
too.
I know like February through March is when I lose a lot of my money on basketball betting.
Yeah,
So I'm not even gonna do that.
maybe we
this
can go to
year.
college basketball.
Maybe March Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd follow you. I wouldn't really have much to say except shut up.
That would be the entire podcast.
But yeah, so we got to take our time, really enjoy the moment we're in right now
Mhm.
because
And I love football. I look forward to this season all the time. I love it. It's just it goes by so quick, especially
goes- it
when
just-
we're in our own fantasy football leagues
Yeah.
and we can focus on that, and then we focus on this podcast as well.
watch the
Time
game.
flies.
I
man.
think another attribute to time flying is like when you're looking forward to watching your team play on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that.
You're just ready for the weekend.
yeah.
You're eager
By
for the
Tuesday,
weekend,
you're like
yeah.
only 5 more days or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, it's like it's only 2 more days. They play tomorrow.
Yep.
And the days kind of fly by, and then you're in the game. Takes like a couple hours, and you're already excited for the next one. So, you know, I'm kind of mad at the Lions for doing so well because now you're making the weeks go by quick.
Yeah, you're making the weeks go by quick.
The weeks. You caught that, dude?
Yeah.
I got something on my tongue. I didn't want to spit it out.
That's
The
funny. I got
weeks.
something in my tooth right now, and I can't get it out.
Yeah. Well, thanks for mocking me, dude. That being said, we've decided to mix things up for the podcast a little bit.
We're trying to make this better for the 15 subscribers
The
now.
15
Oh, we're
now.
growing.
Ooh.
We're growing.
Snap.
Oh, snap.
Hey,
we got a fan
we wouldn't
base.
be here without you, 15 people.
Oh, my goodness.
Much love. Thanks for sticking it out with us. What's this new idea? What's this fresh idea?
We want to include the fantasy football portion of this into the podcast
A little bit more, yeah.
Because we just focus so much on the bets. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a matchup of the week.
A matchup of the week.
This week, we decided to do some bottom feeders.
And I think the fun twist, in my opinion, is that
it's
the
the twist
loser
that
of
you
this
wanted.
has a punishment. What is the first punishment?
So the first punishment is that we are going to turn this into almost a Hot Ones challenge.
Pretty much. We
So
are
the
going to
first-
B-Dubs, which
yep.
isn't too far from us, and we're getting the hottest 6 wings
Hottest 6 wings.
you can get.
For me, I'd get boneless. You'd get traditional.
I'm getting
probably.
traditional, yeah.
Next podcast, whoever the loser is going to have to eat them while they're talking about
While we are
next week's
going
bets.
through the regular thing, the regular
The
scheduled program.
Yep. So we're going to see how that goes. You know, we'll come up with more creative punishments as we go on, but that's going to be the first punishment.
And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. There's
Mhm.
questions I have for you guys. Like, do you want to see? Are we allowed ranch? Are
We've
we
been
allowed
asking you guys a lot of questions.
milk?
And
Yeah.
you guys haven't been responding.
The only
So
comments we get
please-
are really hateful comments. Actually.
Yeah. Pretty hurtful ones sometimes.
make me really second guess what we're
What
doing
we're doing
here, man. But yeah, leave a comment if you would like to see us do it without water, or if we get our because we always have a drink on this podcast, right?
Yeah, I always
I'm
have a
doing
drink.
some ginger ale, some dry ginger ale here.
I got some
but-
water. I got some Coke, but like the Coke's not gonna.
Yeah, Coke's
Help
gonna
with
make
the
it worse. I
spiciness,
think
yeah.
sweet things make it a little worse.
You gotta have
Acid
milk.
makes it worse. It's gotta be like milk or water.
I don't like ranch, so
Oh yeah.
maybe I'll just
probably.
bring a thing of like chocolate milk. Or
You like
regular
blue
milk or
cheese?
whatever. No.
Yeah, me neither. What are these teams? So who are you starting for this spicy wing challenge?
All
here?
right, so my team is gonna be Yates and Jackie. Team is 4-6 this year. It's without a quarterback. Daniel
Very
Jones
interesting.
is on IR and Anthony Richardson is on IR.
We're not out of pickup,
Yep.
and
So there's nothing I can do about that. I just got to eat those points. It's gone.
for all of you ready to comment that I talked him into this, I let him pick the matchup.
This was the closest matchup.
This is the one he
Almost
wanted to
every
do.
team I have is either playing each other or has people missing. And this was the closest matchup we had. And the team that you have
Dude, look at
is-
this. This just popped up.
It ain't Buffalo, though.
Yeah, but it's just wings. We've been saying wings, and those are the ads that come up.
Yep. I mean, our devices are listening to us, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 100%.
Look at this, and then it's trying to act like it wasn't listening.
I don't even got that shit on mine.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that. That was weird.
Yeah. Dude's got to get.
My FBI guy
You
was
gotta start-
literally freaking out. He's like,
Yeah.
they're filming.
They're
we
like,
gotta,
"Oh,
we gotta
gosh."
change this.
Yeah, you do have to. I don't know. You can't be that obvious with it.
Yeah,
You can't change it right as we're talking about it.
Oh, yeah, them? Yeah.
Yeah, them.
Obviously, yeah, them. I thought like you were saying I should just be like, yo, check this out.
No.
What are you just talking about?
I'm saying what you did was very, very reasonable and would have sketched me out as well. I'm saying the FBI agent who's, figuring out all of our ads should be a little more secretive of it.
Yeah.
Wait until
Yeah.
after we're done.
And then move it. Yeah.
And then
just
move
act
it
like,
on.
oh, that
That's
was
like-
here the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Don't do it right after we say the word wings.
Sorry about that though. So you have no QB. You starting what at the running back?
Miles Sanders.
Ooh.
Solid 5 points.
Ooh.
Zach Charbonnet.
Ooh.
South 7 points projected.
I don't know. About
All right,
that.
then here's the strong portion of my team.
Okay, all right.
The stronger portion.
Hit
CeeDee
us.
Lamb
CeeDee Lamb.
gone off the past few weeks.
Okay.
I'm hoping he continues. I think he will because he,
You think
has been
3 in a
proven
row?
that he can do it.
You
I think he
3
can
in
do
a
it.
row. He's
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Adam
Who does Dallas play? Sorry.
Dallas plays Carolina.
Okay.
Pretty simple team, in my opinion.
Do you think they're gonna need to throw it to CD?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Continue.
Good points.
Continue. Yeah. I believe you too, man. I
Good
believe you too. I just really hope you're prepared for the spiciest wings at B-Dubs. I'll pay for them too.
No.
I'll buy them.
Dude, your team ain't that good.
Wait, yeah, okay. I got Justin
So wait
Herbert,
till your
Christian
team comes up,
McCaffrey.
okay?
Yeah, okay.
And then I got Adam Thielen, Mark Andrews, who's number 3 tight end.
Yeah, he's pretty
And
good.
then in my flex, I got George Kittle.
George Kittle's a
Another
good.
good tight end.
Yeah, the 2 tight end team.
Yep. And then
It's never risky to run 2 tight ends.
it's never risky, bro. The 2 top tight end.
Yeah, Kittle is just a good floor. Would you say?
Good. He's got a high ceiling.
He's got a high ceiling.
He's got a high
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah,
He's got
yeah.
a high ceiling.
Yeah, Slay, you agree? Yeah.
High ceiling.
High ceiling.
And then Dolphins defense and Jason Myers is my kicker.
Okay.
So yeah, this week
Solid.
I got a lot
Jason
of
Myers,
buys.
what's he ranked?
10th.
Mine
I
says
just
12. No, I'm just kidding. That's a solid.
Um,
That's a solid team to bet.
so-
The spiciest wings at
Yeah,
beat
this team is projected 90 points.
90 points.
But the team that you chose, I'll let you go into your team.
I didn't
is only
choose. You chose.
projected.
He chose.
Yeah, the team that you
Have
yeah
starting
your
I'm playing.
team is projected only 94 points.
94 points. Okay, but I think to me, I got like position ranked players way better than yours. I have Justin Herbert as my QB, and you have nobody.
Yeah,
I think that's a big advantage. You're not thinking about, but I have CMC as my
Justin Herbert
RB1,
have a bye?
and then
Oh, no.
Antonio Gibson, who's been eating a little bit more and more every
Brian
week.
Robinson.
Yeah,
He's questionable though.
he is questionable, but he put up 17 points last week. So, like, it's just somebody that we didn't see Washington being this good this year, and they even gave up on themselves, but they're still fighting on
Sheridan
the
and Vernon.
offensive side of the ball. So, I don't mind Antonio Gibson. I know that's not the best RB2 to have, but I'm not going to hate on him. I got Deebo Samuel and Amari Cooper as my wide receivers. Pretty solid, high floors, I would say. They put up 15 points apiece or 16, closer to 16 last week. Where I'm hurting is I got no tight end and I got no defense, which blows.
Yep. So it's 7 players versus 9 players.
Yeah. So no tight end. I can live with that. I have the Saints defense, been ranked 6th, put up 0 last week, but previous to that, they've been putting up at least double digits. So that's going to be a hit. And then my kicker is Tyler Bass, and my flex is Jahan Dotson. I think that's going to be the decider of this matchup. If Jahan Dotson can put up 10 points, I think I clear the win. If Jahan Dotson puts up a goose egg, which I don't think he's
I think he could.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities for Jahan
Mhm.
Dotson. But also I like that name, Jahan.
Jahan.
So this will be interesting. I think I'm pretty good with spicy food. My parents are African, so
Now it's time to move on
we
to our
brag
favorite
about
parts.
how much money we made. How much did you make, Eric?
None, but I didn't lose a ton.
Didn't lose a ton.
I only won 2 bets last week.
Okay.
But I was betting with $40, the most either of us have ever had.
And I'm at 38, so
Yeah, but $40
okay.
is still more than 38,
yeah.
right?
Give me your 2
Right?
cents.
So like on the individual bets, I was paying, I bet $7 each.
Yeah.
So I was able to make back a chunk of. I only won 2, in both the individual bets.
Oh, okay. That's why you didn't lose as much.
That's why I didn't lose as much. So I
You have more money
went
to
from
work
like
with.
40 down to
Interesting.
24.31. So I'm still good. I think I bet on Terry McLaurin. He got me $15 back, and then
Nice.
I don't remember my other bet, but it got me.
You
the
went a
other
little
10.
riskier than normal, probably.
I did go a little riskier.
And it brought you back down. This has
yeah.
been us the whole time.
My team parlay, not even close.
Went
Featured
risky,
player,
didn't you?
not even close.
Not even close.
Individual bets, I was really close to bringing home a ton of money in each of them. I think Jalen Hurts was 10 yards away from his passing.
Passing, that stinks. That stinks. That's pain.
Yeah, there were
That's
just a
close.
few that was like one reception off or, a few yards off. And I could have gone up to like $60, but no, life hit me like a bag of bricks.
It do be like that. It do be like that.
Yeah, I dropped down to 24-31.
The payout's great.
Vegas
There's a big
beat
chunk
me,
of
bro.
change gone when you don't hit.
when you don't hit. Vegas
Oh,
beat me, bro.
Vegas, the house always wins.
House always wins.
I went 19-38, little double money action there.
Yeah, and there
And
was
that's
one.
because I went conservative ish on
Ish.
putting a lot of money on one lock that I thought was gonna hit, and that was the Derrick
Mhm.
Henry touchdown. I don't know if
Again.
you saw that, but it was an inch, like it barely crossed the paint.
Is it really?
Yeah, so he like Supermaned it.
Oh,
and
stretched
outstretched,
out.
and like
yeah.
there's like a clip where he's just like hovering over the ground.
It would have been
And
hilarious.
his knee's not down. It's like close though, and he just breaks that, and that's the closest they came to a touchdown
It
that
would have been
game.
hilarious if it fumbled it right there.
Ooh,
I would have laughed.
dude, I have a story about that actually.
Okay, what's the story?
Well, so I had a 4-leg parlay. It was
Okay.
all touchdowns.
Okay.
Treylon Burks was one of my touchdowns, and I don't know why. I just caught the hype or something, and that is
Was this like last year or this year?
yeah
last year?
last
Okay.
year, and it just
He was
like,
a rookie.
like
right?
it was like one of those. Yeah, he was a rookie, and it was like one of those things where it's like, AJ Brown left, the
Yeah.
hype was gathering. It was early into the season, and maybe like midway through the season, and I was like, oh, he's got to start contributing now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this might be the Treylon. Maybe it was the matchup, something I was reading or whatever. But I had that.
Your logic doesn't always work, but sometimes it's spot on.
Derrick Henry fumbles in the end, like right before the end zone, and he jumps on it.
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
his touchdown. It's the Treylon Burks, and that's a 4-legger that turned like $10 into like 200 something for me.
Yeah.
It was like one.
I remember that.
And I
play
remember
last
adding
year.
that to the parlay, and I was like, "Whoa, that jumped up my odds. Maybe I shouldn't do this." And then I was like, "Oh,
Well,
the
they
payout would
juicy.
be, yeah, the
They
payout would be
juicy.
good." And then I remember watching that because I had Derrick Henry in fantasy. I needed him to score that touchdown,
Oh.
and he fumbled it, so I lost the fantasy game. And then I remember like looking through my DraftKings account,
It's like, well, this paid for my
and
fantasy
it
league.
literally paid twice as much as the fantasy. Well, the first place would have been better than that, but
Oh, true. But it paid for
still
your
couldn't be
entrance
that
fee.
mad because I was like, even when I lose, I win. But yeah, it wouldn't have been funny if Derrick Henry fumbled that because I would have fumbled the bag here. I didn't. That was $25. I also won my featured player of the week. Yeah, the
Okay.
3-legger. I got Rashad White, 25 rushing yards, 29 receiving yards, and a touchdown. He did that. I forget what team he played, but
I don't know. You just got a connection with Rashad White.
I
I feel
like
like anytime
Rashad
you
White.
bet on Rashad White, he gets it for you.
yeah, I did. I had a personal one where it was like $80 I won off Rashad White, but I that's something I really wanted to do in this podcast with you because that's something I do in my personal betting life. Is always just pick a player of the week. You saw that for basketball. I was like Killian Hayes for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Bit me in the butt, but it's just kind of my mentality. I'm like, oh, I'd rather put all my chips on one player than try to
5 different
spread
players.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
spread it out, or like try to hedge any bets. Like, well, if Javonte doesn't do good, maybe Cortland Sutton will do. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like, that's something I liked about this thing, and I think I'm 3 for 10 featured players, which is better than you.
I mean,
So
that's solid. I won 1.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. So it's easier said than done, but it's something I like to do.
But I do have the team parlay victories.
Yes, you do. The 7-leg,
The 7 leg. I got 2 of those.
dang. The 7-legger. That
7 leg.
one's a tough one to do, and I
Mhm.
have gone for like 50-cent bets to win 300.
Yeah.
Why I'm not
You've
winning.
been really risky.
I feel like you've been right in the middle. You've been smart.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I feel like anytime I get down bad, I go pretty safe, and then it helps me regain
Yeah.
the financial needs that I need.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And then once I, gain those financial needs,
And then you go-
they're exuberant,
You go
then I go risky, and then I
again.
lose it all.
And that's why we've been doing this the whole time. But it stops today.
Today it
I'm
stops.
up,
It's
and I'm
done.
gonna stay up, and I'm all the way up.
All right,
Because
what
I
bets-
found my strategy. The strategy is to put $10 on a touchdown. That's got to be it. Like, to progress in this world.
It's got to be
of
the right
bets,
person, though.
It is, and it's it's not like we're throwing a dart at a wall or a map or whatever. I don't know.
Throwing a dart
That's
in
a
our fantasy
saying.
teams that are injury riddled.
It's not like it's like we're making these bets without any thought, but I think that's on a team. 3 people score a touchdown, probably on average, maybe even less, and you can guess which of the 3. I think it's easy. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's something that's easier
You
than
can guess.
people make it out to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it tough personally. Like you think about the Lions. Amon-Ra, he's not guaranteed to get in there. He gets in there a decent amount, but he's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but he wouldn't
Then
be
you
one
got
of my
David
3. He wouldn't
Montgomery,
be one of
or
my
you got
3.
Jahmyr Gibbs, or you got Jameson
Sam
Williams on a
Laporta.
bomb,
Oh.
or you got Sam Laporta, or you got the other tight end.
Yeah, those ones are just few and far between. I think like you have David Montgomery is a solid bet,
Yeah.
and if you followed him throughout the whole season and every game bet on a David Montgomery touchdown when he was healthy, you don't think he'd be up on that? Like you can almost pinpoint the one guy on a team.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you bet on Christian McCaffrey touchdown for 17 freaking games in a row, you'd be rich.
Yep.
And then the one game he misses it, he had a good sense of humor about that. Did you watch that interview?
No, I
He's
didn't.
like, everyone else on my team scored. I thought that was pretty funny. That was a good thing to say. But yeah, Brock Purdy couldn't find CMC to break the
No.
record. That was tough.
I feel like that's on Shanahan, dude. You just gotta let McCaffrey run it.
Nah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But so yeah, Derrick Henry kind of won me most of my money. And then Rashad White with that feature player of the week won me. And then, funny enough, my bet that I didn't think was gonna hit, that I only put 50 cents on, Amari Cooper's receiving yards, won me 69 cents.
Ooh,
50
big
cents
money,
to 69.
big money.
Yeah. But so I got up there and I'm sticking with this strategy. And I'm just gonna roll into my bets because
Yeah, go for it.
touchdown this week got to happen is Stephon Diggs. He's due for it.
Please.
He is skilled. And
Give him
if
3.
the Bills want to win this game, Stephon Diggs needs to catch the ball.
Josh Allen needs to throw the ball.
And then I'm going to win a lot of money. So I'm putting $10 on that. That is the chunk of my $38.
$10.
Should do 15, huh? Should put half of it.
I don't know. Whatever you say now, I feel like is not going to happen when you actually
No,
place
it
the bet.
is. Watch this. $10. Stephon Diggs touchdown. It's gonna be right here.
And $5.
And then the rest of these I'm not that convinced on. I got Joe Mixon at 19 yards. That's what he's projected. Is what Mike Clay does.
Wait, Joe Mixon
Joe Mixon
running?
receiving. Sorry,
Oh.
receiving. 19 yards receiving.
Like,
I don't think he's
dang,
gonna rush.
take that.
So the Bengals play. Shoot, I feel like it's a good defense. It's not the Niners, is it? No, Niners play the Tampa Bay Bucks. We can find this. The Bengals play
Steelers.
the Ravens.
Oh, shit.
I think it's
weak.
the Ravens this Thursday. That might be why.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's a really good defense. They have Ojabo,
Oh, Jabo.
really good edge
Really
rusher.
good edge rusher.
So,
Bengals lost last week, right?
yeah, heartbreaking loss to the Ohio.
To the Texans, bro.
The CJ Stroud did the OH celebration. Kind of lame.
Yeah, screw that.
I almost liked CJ Stroud. And that really didn't help.
Yeah.
It's
It's hard to root
for some
against them right
random reasons.
now. Once I get to the NFL, I kind of just forget about their college affiliates. but
except for when you're Bama or Ohio State.
yeah, it's hard to
player.
let that
It's kinda
go.
just like, yeah. So I got Joe Mixon at 19 receiving yards. Rashad White with 4 receptions. So my running backs are doing my receiving yards and my receptions. Then obviously my running backs doing the rushing yards. I got CMC for 76
You
yards.
can't go wrong with CMC.
That's a solid projection, Mike. I'll give you that. They're playing the Bucks. That have a really good defense, but I feel like the Bucks' good defense is red zone oriented.
Yeah.
For the full field, I think CMC should still be able to run all over them. Passing yards. This one would be my 50-cent one to win 69 cents again. It's Lamar Jackson. I know it's going to be the Thursday night shootout. Thursday night games I don't like to bet on in general.
Yeah,
Seem boring.
It's short weeks for a lot of people.
It's just, yeah.
A lot of times they're low scoring games.
Not enough time to study film from both
Yep.
teams, and they're
They're kind of sloppy.
a little sloppy.
Yeah.
So I don't love it. I'm probably going to put 50 cents on Lamar Jackson. Kind of forced to do this for the passing yards. And then my 3-legger is Travis Kelce. The Super Bowl rematch. The game of
yep.
the week.
Yep.
What I'm most
Yep.
excited to watch. I
am excited about that.
I don't know if
game.
you heard me earlier today, but I was kind of like, I was talking to you. You were doing something else, but I was like, I want to go back to all my Super Bowl bets because I crushed them last year.
I lost a ton of money.
Really, I won over $500, which
That's insane.
it's not a lot to most people, but I don't bet a lot, so it's like 50. I turned like $50 or $60 into 500. Crushed the Super Bowl.
That's a lot to me.
Do you think if I did them all again for this game,
Yes.
you think I'd win it again?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I think it's going to play out somewhat similar.
You-
I think the Eagles are the better team, and I hope they,
You want them to win?
I do.
Because I did money lines. I did a lot of Kansas City Chiefs money lines, and that's
Oh,
what
really?
helped me win. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't remember
Yeah,
what
I
your
know.
bets were.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I don't think I ever shared them with you because my friend group's kind of weird. It's like when I win, they're actually kind of mad.
Yeah, we
Or they
root
just
against you all the
completely
time.
disregard the winning, so I don't.
Your
send them
ego
all
is
the
too
win.
much, bro.
Yeah, and I'm trying to work on that personally.
He's
so
not trying to work on that.
I don't want to send up all these these wins, these dubs, but
The
I
dubs.
do a few of them that are funny.
Um,
Anyways, Travis Kelce
that was
is
funny.
my 3-legger because he crushed it that Super Bowl. It's the rematch. It's him against his brother, the Kelce Bowl, the Kelce regular season game, whatever you want to call it.
Kelsey brothers, if you want us on the podcast, we'd probably suck.
It would. Would you rather be sharing a camera with Travis or Jason?
Jason.
I
He
think
seems
I'd
dope.
rather have Travis. Like if Taylor Swift's sister is gonna be there too.
Ah, true. Does Taylor Swift have a sister?
I don't know. Probably not. She seems
Friends?
like an only channel.
Yeah.
I said only channel.
child. Yeah. Only child.
I'm thinking about channels here. Yeah. Wait. Let's cut that and redo it so that was funnier in case I ever see this. And action.
And
She seems like an only child.
Yeah, I guess. She does
but-
have that personality.
No, I think Travis is way funny. Like I feel like
Travis is like that frat boy. Jason Kelsey.
No, Travis is like
the
the refined frat boy. He's not as bad as a frat boy.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
put them in the same category.
I know, but like you understand what I'm saying, right?
Jason Kelsey is
He's a family man.
he's like
He's a nice dude. He's funny.
I think he's silently arrogant.
Maybe.
He comes across like he's not that cocky, but
I mean, any football player is cocky. You don't think Travis Kelsey is cocky?
no, not at all. A very humble man.
He's very humble. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But
Maato?
no, I like people that wear their heart on the sleeve. You know, they're not hiding anything. Travis Kelsey's cocky, but you know that going into it. I feel like Jason's a little more difficult.
Difficult to read.
A little more
He
difficult.
seems so
in
nice,
general.
though, to me.
He does.
He
He
seems
does.
very,
That's what I
very
think.
nice.
It's the Will Smith effect, dude. He's great.
Just
and
waiting
then-
from the tipping
he's
point to
like,
where he comes and
he's
slaps a dude.
gonna slap you out of nowhere.
He's gonna slap Travis.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's gonna be up on
Will-
stage
I'm
with
Will,
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Go take the mic and then slap.
Slap,
Take the mic
yeah,
from Taylor and slap Travis.
I don't know. Him, obviously. We're probably never gonna be on their podcast if they ever see this, or if you don't edit this out. But
Or maybe it'll bring him up, help us get on.
hey, we both agreed to a different Kelsey brother, so
Yeah.
yeah, put us on, and we'll bring our 15 subscribers over to
16.
You.
I just looked. We
16,
got
16 subscribers over to you. You might bring your thousands over to us. This could be a win-win.
This
I don't
could
know.
be a win-win. You could teach us how to, do stuff.
But Travis Kelsey is my three.
How to actually analyze football.
I think he's going to score a touchdown. I think he's going to have a solid 80 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
That's how it goes sometimes.
double-digit
That's
receptions.
how it goes
I'm not going to go that
sometimes.
risky, obviously. I think I'm going to go like maybe 75, 80 yards total, 7 or 8 receptions, the touchdown. Trying to bring that up to like 4-11 for my featured player the week. And then my 7-leg parlay is going to be the Clado.
Clada.
And for those of you who don't know who's on that team, it is Dak Prescott, who's been on a hot hand against the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go rushing yards. A little scrambling there, or I might go passing. Who knows? I don't think they're going to have to pass that much. Definitely don't think they're going to have to pass to CeeDee Lamb that much. But Carolina Panthers could surprise me. Who knows? So we'll decide something there. My weakest leg is going to be Dameon Pierce. Who's taking over his job? It's not Murray. It's Devin Singletary. It's Devin Singletary on the Texans.
I guess I have seen that he's projected a little bit higher.
Yeah, he's taken over for Dameon Pierce, but Dameon Pierce has been injured, questionable. So I'm going to try to do some low rushing yards. I think he's still going to have at least 13 to 15 attempts. Javonte Williams, I like a lot. Stephon Diggs, obviously. He's my touchdown, so might add that into the parlay or hedge that. Who knows? Devontae Smith, I think, is due for something big. Travis Kelce's obviously my featured player. And then Cortland Sutton is somebody I'm pretty happy with. Receptions and receiving. I think
Denver's been doing better than I thought they would.
He's got a solid floor. So, yeah, I got Javonte and Sutton from Denver on this parlay. So, I really hope they at least fight Minnesota. And as a Lions fan, you know, I really hope they win against Minnesota. So, I'll put my money where my mouth is there. What are your bets looking like, Eric?
My bets, I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on all of them.
Okay.
Like, I like them, but I don't like them at the same time. I don't know. I feel like the odds are just stacked against me a little bit. So, for my first bet, just to kind of explain, Trevor Lawrence, 250 passing yards.
Oof.
That's kind of a high number for him,
That's
but he is playing Tennessee.
It's a 50-50.
I feel like Tennessee has a decent defense, right?
Yeah,
but
they traded away. Tennessee traded away their decent
really?
defense. Yeah, they're secondary at least.
So I feel like Trevor Lawrence can definitely have a bounce back game the week before when they just got demolished by the 49ers.
The Niners.
But still, I would
stick it to
him. Which his projection was more like
230.
Yeah, 200 to 20, something like that.
He does sling it though.
But sometimes he does get over.
Wait, if you had to pick, do you think he's gonna sling it to Christian Kirk or Calvin Ridley?
Calvin Ridley. I'm counting on Calvin Ridley this week.
Okay.
Buys. So I'm gonna say Calvin Ridley.
I think it's a back and forth thing, like our bets.
It is.
It's due
almost
for
every other
Ridley,
week.
But I wait to see what Luke is gonna start in our friend group, and then I just put my money on the other one.
That is a good option, dude. I need to do that.
Atrocious for that. And it's been very.
I would
fun.
not
It's
want.
been funny to
I would
watch.
rather stick with this one of them on my team and start
and
one of them every
even
week
trade,
rather than trying to decide.
I would try to
between
trade
two.
the other one away. Like on a hot week, just be like, hey, Tank
He's coming
Dell
back.
for Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Ride the hot hand because, that is a tough – at least somebody that's projected not a lot so you don't feel that bad after not starting them.
Yeah, that's true.
Those two, that's a tough one, and I hope you win that, 250.
Yep, 250. And then my next one is going to be Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry. He won
my
money.
number, 5 receptions.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's what I really wanted.
Solid.
And, last week he won me my bet.
Well, I need Jahan Dotson to go off so I don't have to eat.
So, like I said, Terry McLaurin, 5 receptions.
Hot wings. Hot.
Sam
hot
Howell
wings.
is like the number 5 quarterback, number 6 quarterback.
Fantasy?
Right now.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy.
That's insane.
I don't get why they gave up on him. They're 4-5?
Yeah, they aren't bad at all.
Well, in their division, they're probably still Giants.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
who does he play for again?
Terry McLaurin?
Sam Howell? Yeah.
Yeah, Commanders. And they're playing the Giants today.
I was trying to set you up.
Oh. Commandos?
Well done. Well done.
For my touchdown this week, I kind of went a little bit risky. I think his odds will be kind of juicy for me. Mark Andrews. I feel like I can put like $1 on it.
I like that.
And still get good chunk of change
It's
back.
been a while since he scored a touchdown, too. I think it's been 2 games.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I think he can get one. It's against Cincinnati. I want to say this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Well, Lamar Jackson's going to have to air it out 250 yards.
Yeah, for you. That's why you like the bet. All right, I didn't think
so
about
Mark
that.
Andrews is going to be catching. He's going to be catching the ball, and Lamar Jackson is going to throw the ball.
I think I've bet on Mark Andrews getting a touchdown at least once before, but I think it was twice before. And each time he went off in the game, and got like 5-6 receptions.
And this
Just could not
not get the
score that.
touchdown. Hey, as long as I get the passing yards, I really don't care about the touchdown.
Yeah, screw you. And then my next 2 bets, I'm going Lions players.
Ooh,
I'm going Lions players.
Yeah, against the Bears. Why
Yeah,
not? That's what I was
against
trying to
Bears.
allude to when we cut, and you guys will never see any of this. But I was like, yeah, we got a favorable matchup here, and you're taking advantage of that,
Yeah.
right? And then you were just spaced out. You're like,
What? That was the one moment I took just not paying attention to you, and then you
Yeah.
come up with a question right directed to me.
you were
I was
like, he said, shut up to
oh.
me. Maybe I will shut up.
all right.
Maybe I don't say anything.
So for receiving yards, I think I've taken the Sun God every opportunity I could take him. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Chicago.
Because he's that good.
He's that
He's
good.
that good.
90
If
receiving
you're not
yards.
betting on him, what are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
God.
He's projected 90 receiving yards, which is a lot. But just thinking about my other decisions, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, any of those players,
It's a
over
lock.
100 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 90 yards. It's a lock. Against Chicago.
We got JG.
And then finally, for my next one, rushing yards, David Montgomery. I can finally put him in my starting
Yes,
lineup this week. I
sir.
can finally bet on him.
Yes, sir.
Against Chicago, 62 rushing yards.
Throw a touchdown on that because he
I got
gonna
Mark
get
Andrews,
it, dude.
But,
He gonna break out for a 62-yard rushing touchdown. Is what he's gonna do.
yeah, I considered doing him as a touchdown,
You
but then I have to
doing
change
him?
up all my bets. Yeah, doing him as a touchdown.
Like celebration.
Yeah, doing him as like in the end zone.
I always thought you liked the tight ends more, but yeah, you do you. All right.
And then for my featured
You
player,
flip that over. There's some good stuff going on here.
yeah, I'm a lot more
Who
needed
are
than
you
he.
clapping for?
Myself.
Eric. Cut.
So for my featured player, I was gonna go with a guy who has had back-to-back 40-point fantasy games, but I decided his time might be up. And I'm
You can't do
going-
that. You already told me before we started filming.
Yeah, but I wrote it down right here recently.
Yo, I don't.
I'm going AJ Brown as
Wow.
my featured player.
Wow.
I haven't really bet on AJ Brown at all this year.
That's a really
Just
good
because I've been
featured player.
taking-
I think that's a win. That's way better. Who are you gonna do?
I was gonna
That
do
I was.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, when we briefed on this episode before.
Yeah, we briefed on it, and now I
CeeDee's
last minute
nuts.
switched to AJ Brown.
Wow.
I like AJ Brown. I haven't had a chance to bet on AJ Brown much this
Hey,
year.
I want half of our viewers
I'm
to bet
excited.
on CeeDee Lamb and half of them to bet on AJ Brown, and you guys hash it out.
Honestly, the
in the
people
comments.
who take CeeDee Lamb will probably win, because usually what happens when I make these last minute decisions, the original decision I had,
I think I
goes
talked him
off.
out of it because if you rewind us like 30 minutes,
we were just talking about the Super Bowl matchup and talking about the Kelce's.
that
and I was
hyped
like,
it up, and
"Ah,
then
I really
it's
want to go
it's
for
the Dallas Cowboys against the Panthers. For all we know, the Dallas's D could score enough points where you don't even see
Mhm.
CD or Dak.
Yeah,
That's like they're very tempting to start in fantasy.
but I got CD in fantasy, and I love having CD in
It-
fantasy,
it's-
and I
it's
just
good,
really
it's
want him to
good.
do it.
But
But
what
he's
were the
had
la-
such
like,
big games.
What were the
lately.
last 2 games?
I don't remember who they were playing.
I think the Giants was the last. Yeah, the
Oh,
last
Giants.
one.
Yeah, you would think like they wouldn't need
The
CeeDee Lamb,
script,
but
yeah,
CeeDee
but
Lamb
that
went
no,
off.
that's different. That's like divisional. But the one before that, that was a tough matchup.
Okay.
It was Dallas against the
Was it
Eagles.
the Eagles? Mm.
So that's where they need CD.
Yep.
But
But yeah, so I'm gonna do AJ Brown. I'll figure something out.
I guess that's divisional as well. I just think the Carolina Panthers aren't. Like, they're just not gonna be able to put up a
Yeah, Bryce Young will probably throw an interception or two.
pick sixes plural. That's what I bet on. Can I bet on Dallas? No, I guess personally I will, but
You probably can, but yeah, not for
not
this. bets.
not for this.
Not for this instance.
But that's a good switch up. I like that. I approve of that. AJ Brown. It's the rematch. I just think the Eagles might do it this time.
Yep, I think so too.
I think they have a better offense than Kansas City's defense, and then they have a better defense than Kansas City's offense.
Yeah.
To me, that's how I'd summarize that.
It's just how the NFL.
If I was a
wants to script it and
producer,
who
I
the
want
NFL
I
wants
want the
to win.
revenge game to come back, and then just flop them back and forth. Maybe do a rematch, Super Bowl twice, Kelsey Bowl. If Taylor Swift can get her Swifties to attend the game, get us more viewers. That'd be me as an NFL producer.
Yeah, you're very smart. Intelligent. Pronunciation.
But in 5 years, I'm going to need diamonds for teeth because I don't go to the dentist.
And then for my team parlay, my 7-leg parlay,
Yes, sir.
I'm going back to the team that's won it for me twice.
Okay.
And mostly because every other team I have has one player missing from the roster. So I'm going Yates out the gates.
Yurt.
I can't just, like, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Dalton Schultz,
Team
which
should
is the
not
riskiest
have
one.
been allowed to be assembled. Mike,
Yes.
that's your fault.
It's all...
You kind of handed the dub to Field Yates because of your
Mhm.
rankings.
It's just amazing. Keenan Allen as a flex. And then you got Isaiah Pacheco, who's somehow the number 9 running back right now.
He's not bad.
Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence, who are just very...
Etienne's
Solid.
solid.
They're very
Trevor
solid.
Lawrence is just like, is he going to throw for 250? We'll
Mhm.
see.
It's mostly just my wide receivers are dominant.
Yeah. Tyreek.
And then normally I have a decent tight end, but I had to swap out Dalton Schultz because of a bye. So that's probably my riskiest one. If I can do just like one reception for Dalton Schultz, I'll probably do that. Because you never know if he's going to catch the ball or not. But besides that, I like this team.
I think you go
I have
hard.
another chance
You just
to win
go for it with Dalton Schultz.
Touchdown?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. Against Arizona.
I mean, he's boom or bust.
Yep.
This
He's
team has
bust or
won it
boom.
for you 2 times.
Yep.
This third time, make it a little riskier.
I want to have $100 in my bank account after this week.
You don't have $100 in your bank account?
No, dude, I'm poor.
Oh.
I have a GoFundMe
I'll buy the
at Go.
spicy wings. Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was uncalled for. If anyone was like questioning who's the 1350 energy of this group, that's
You have to
definitely
Google
you.
that.
Yeah. I had to Google that. I didn't know what that means. I still don't know what it means, but somebody said that. Hey, leave some hurtful comments if it'll get us some more views. Water off the duck's back.
It's a lock.